Welcome back to the Deep Dive, everybody. Today, we are unpacking a modern retail nightmare from our source material, the consumer labyrinth.
Yeah, and it's quite the labyrinth. We're looking at what happens when a really high value online return, like a refurbished MacBook, just suddenly vanishes in transit.
Right, which exposes this massive systemic failure across marketplaces,
Yeah,
the couriers, and even payment processors.
exactly.
So set the stage for us. You print the official return label, right?
Yeah.
You hand your expensive laptop back to the courier, and they stamp your receipt.
You did everything right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You did everything right. So how on earth do you end up with no laptop, a suspended account, and like a debt collector at your door?
Well, it starts with the illusion of security. You buy a device on a platform like Back Market, it has a defect, so they send you a prepaid return label.
And that feels super secure.
Right, it feels totally safe. But the second you drop that package off and the tracking stalls out, all that security just evaporates.
Because you asked the marketplace to investigate, right? Instead of actually helping you, they just suspend your account.
Yeah, it's a complete stonewall.
It's insane. It's like a bouncer throwing you out of a restaurant because the server dropped your food.
That is a perfect way to describe it.
Thank you.
And if you think you can just bypass the marketplace and talk directly to the courier, let's say DHL, you hit this massive legal wall.
Wait, why?
Because legally, you aren't the courier's customer.
But my name and my address are literally printed on the sender field of that return label. How am I not the customer?
Well, couriers don't really care whose name is printed on the box. They only care whose corporate account generated and, paid for the label.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Since the marketplace paid DHL for that prepaid label, the marketplace is DHL's only legally recognized customer.
So I'm just a nobody to them.
Legally, you are just a third party, so you have zero standing to open a formal investigation or claim any sort of compensation.
Okay, so the marketplace suspends you. The courier legally owes you absolutely nothing. So the natural next step is your payment provider,
I
right?
didn't think so.
Yeah, you go to PayPal or your bank, just assuming a human being is going to look at all this evidence and act as an impartial referee.
But PayPal isn't putting a human on this. Instead, you just slam into another automated wall, this one driven by API integrations.
Okay, let's unpack this, because this is the part that just completely blows my mind.
Yeah.
I have a physical drop-off receipt stamped by the courier.
Yep.
Are you telling me a billion-dollar financial protector like PayPal just ignores hard physical evidence because their computer system says otherwise?
Pretty much.
How is that even allowed?
Well, it happens because their dispute resolution bots are programmed for speed, right, not nuance.
Right.
These algorithms are hooked directly into the courier's tracking API, and they are hunting for one very specific digital ping.
The delivery scan.
Exactly. A delivered status scan at the seller's warehouse. And if the bot doesn't see that specific status, it just automatically rules in the seller's favor.
It's like a judge refusing to look at crystal clear security footage of a robbery just because the automated police report was filed with a typo.
That's exactly what it is. The bot is completely blind to reality outside of its, narrow parameters.
It just closes the case and demands you pay the balance for a laptop you don't even possess anymore.
And that is the trap.
Oh.
But there is a way to break out of that automated loop and actually force a human to intervene.
Assuming you funded the purchase the right way.
Right.
So walk us through this escape route, because right now, the consumer is completely boxed out by these bots.
Okay, so it comes down to statutory protections and joint liability. In the UK, for example, if you use a regulated credit line, so like PayPal credit or a standard credit card, you can invoke Section 75 of the Consumer Credit Act.
So this isn't just a polite email asking for a refund.
Oh no, it is a structural legal mechanism. By using regulated credit, you essentially make the bank a co-purchaser.
Wow.
Yeah, so if the merchant breaches the contract by failing to, process a valid return, the bank is equally on the hook.
Because it's their money now.
Exactly. You are forcing a human at the bank to investigate because it is now their money on the line, not just yours.
So if there's one thing you take away from this entire deep dive today, it is this. Guard your physical drop-off receipt with your life.
Yes.
Treat it like cash.
Yes.
Because it is literally the only piece of evidence you have that exists entirely outside of their automated digital loop.
And, if the bank or the credit provider still drags their feet, you take that physical receipt straight to an independent body like the Financial Ombudsman Service or FOS.
And they can actually do something.
Yeah, their decisions are legally binding, it's totally free for the consumer, and it bypasses all that corporate bureaucracy entirely.
Man, the main takeaway here is really that trusting a platform's seamless interface is incredibly dangerous if you don't understand the mechanisms underneath it.
Totally.
Knowing how to bypass broken bots and, leverage joint liability and your statutory rights, it shifts the power right back to you.
Because standard customer support these days is increasingly just an algorithm designed to protect the platform's bottom line.
Yeah, which leaves us with this final thought to chew on. As these e-commerce platforms increasingly replace real human customer service with these automated dispute bots,
Yeah.
are we moving toward a future where every consumer needs to have legal expertise just to successfully return a defective laptop?
It's a scary thought.
It really is. Keep that in mind the next time you hit print on a prepaid return label. Catch you on the next Deep Dive.